Nether Wallop, a small, peaceful Hampshire village whose 500 inhabitants are preparing for a very special event. They're about to welcome a host of international stars into the village hall.
If you're looking for trouble, you've come to the right place.
I came to Nether Wallop for a quiet weekend. Give it a break, give it a break. Hot diggity. Hope you're having a good laugh.
Find out why the stars spend their weekend in Wallop tonight at 10 on LWT.
In a moment, Jim Bowen is right on target with Bullseye.
Everything is reduced in the great Comet January sale. It's now on and we're open tomorrow and New Year's Day, so don't miss it.
This is Allied's greatest ever sale.
And you've never seen anything like it.
We've taken the usual price of top quality sculptures, 80% wool twists and pure wool Berbers, and torn them up to bring you a sale price of only £7.99, saving £60 on the average room.
Save on famous names at unbeatable sale prices.
With free fitting on all carpets, £6.75 and over.
Save on curtains too, with up to 50% off thousands of ready-mades. Our finest ever range of velvets from only £14.50 a pair. And free making on hundreds of made-to-measures.
It all adds up to Allied's greatest ever sale.
Now on and open New Year's Day.
I wonder if these boys are ready for a pint of Tennent's Pilsner lager, shall we? It's got a different, satisfying taste. A few steps up the evolutionary tree of lagers, you might say. Hello. Civilization dawned. Tennent's Pilsner lager. It's the taste that's making history.
You could win £100,000 in the new Reader's Digest prize draw. Watch your post for this envelope, and if you're lucky enough to get one, you'll have 6 chances to win. Open and return the 6 free entries right away, and this £100,000 cheque could be yours.
Reasons to be cheerful.
1, 2, 3.
Avoid unpleasant tiffs with the Browns and the Smiths and hordes of screaming kids. But what could be better than a lobster-laden waiter? We'll eat a little later. We don't want interruptions from meatheads making ructions and kicking up commotions. It's just an apparition. Ah, positive perfection. Mine's a Manhattan. Avoid trouble and strife from the world and his wife. Just take a dive and freestyle.
2, 3.
Or as they say, it ain't what you do, it's who you do it with. Get a freestyle brochure and get packing.
Reasons to be cheerful. 1, 2, 3.
I'm her harmony. Do you dream in color? What colors do you dream? I shade and I fade, I shine and I sheen. Colors you dream of, 1 to 15. I'm her harmony, conditioning colors.
Take your Christmas films to be developed and printed at Boots. At the same time, order a second set of colour prints for only £1. Boots, the best for less.
Don't miss the special sale time savings at Court's Great Furniture Sale. The sale's on now.
In 1984, the Austin Montego was the first car ever to be selected for the Design Center. Come and test drive the stylish 1985 Montegos. Austin Montego, driving at its best.
As you may have seen, last night's Tarby and New Year Friends was interrupted by a power failure at LWT. Well, the good news is you can see the complete programme next Saturday night at 7:45.
New for 85, Secrets Exposed.
In my new series, All-Star Secrets, I shall be trying to uncover the real secrets of the stars, like which famous person was it who spent 3 weeks in bed with a lobster? Which famous person nearly swore themselves to a life of celibacy? And which star was it who said, I love it, I want it, I need it? And what were they talking about? Join me on All-Star Secrets and find out.
A new series for the new year. All-Star Secrets starts next Saturday at 7:15.
Bowen! Good evening. Welcome to this very special edition of Bullseye, and can we wish you all a belated very, very Merry Christmas, and we hope you have a super New Year. Let's get on with the game tonight. See if we can start the New Year off right for three lovely couples playing the game with us tonight. From Tyne Tees, first of all, Bob Steele and Audrey Burnett. Make them nice and welcome. How are you both? How are you, Audrey? Nice to see you. And Bob? Thanks. Lovely. All the way from Tyne Tees? Yeah. All the way from Washington. Yeah. Washington, County Durham. Is it County Durham now? It's Tyne and Weir now. The boundaries have altered it all, haven't they? That's right. Now, you're a very good dart player, Bob, aren't you? Well... Who do you play for? Pretty average. The Speculation in Washington. The Speculation in Washington. Yeah. But also, we do know you're a county player, aren't you? Team player, yes. Northumberland team player. What's your other hobby? I mean, besides darts... Snooker. I like a game of snooker. You like a game of snooker. That's good. And what's your job? Gardener. You're a gardener? Yeah. Oh, that's good. Very good. So you'll be potting a few balls and plants. And you've been to plants. Snooker. Plant. Hitting one ball with another. It's rubbish, this. Fascinating relationship, this, because it's son-in-law and mother-in-law, isn't it? That's right, Audrey. We're not going to do any mother-in-law jokes. You must be... Well, and we don't often get mother-in-laws as good-looking as this, do we? Mine's cover girl for Exchange and Mart. I'm not doing any mother-in-law jokes. No, not doing any. And you're married to John, your husband's called, isn't he, Audrey? That's right. And what's John's job?
He's an electrical tester.
Is he? An electrical tester. Fine. And your job?
Civil servant.
Yes. What branch of the civil service are you in?
Inland Revenue.
Inland Revenue. Income tax, is it?
Income tax officer, yes.
Yeah. So your husband stops us getting nasty shocks and you give them to us. That's what it is, isn't it? Now then, you play a lot of darts as well, Audrey, don't you? In fact, you're a county player as well, aren't you? Yes. We do know your honeymoon was postponed for a darts match, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right.
So you'd got to get your leg over before your husband could start the car, didn't you? That's right. Get that in fairly quickly. Off you go, Audrey. Go on, Bob. Have a good night with you. Thank you. We've got two likely lads from Yorkshire now. Will you welcome Colin Bairstow and Ron Barnes, all the way from Yorkshire? Well done, lads. Hello, Ron. How are you? I'm Colin. From Yorkshire. Whereabouts in Yorkshire? Driglington. Driglington? Yeah. And that's near... Bradford. That's near Bradford, that's right. Because I know Bradford quite well. I've done a few clubs around Bradford when I was a comic. I do welding now. Now, what's your job now, Colin?
Fitter.
A fitter?
Yeah.
What sort of things that?
Safety relief valves for oil rigs and gas rigs.
And you actually fit... Do you go out to the rigs and fit them, or
no.
you fit them on land?
Yeah.
And then... And what did you do before you did that?
Carpet tufter.
You carpet tufter, so you make a pile in that. Young Ron, what do you do, sir?
I'm in the teaching profession.
Yes?
Yeah.
What, can you tell us whereabouts are you in the teaching profession?
Well, of all places, Driglington Junior School.
Yes.
Our own village. Yeah.
And you're the head, aren't you?
I am indeed, yeah.
And a fascinating story about this. It won't have happened many times in the UK. Tell us about it, because it...
Well, I went as a child to the same school. You know, when I was a little boy, I sat there on the hall floor and watched the hallowed headmaster. Really? I wanted to be an engine driver in those days.
And they shunted you off to college,
the head teacher. And they got rid of me, you know.
Yeah.
British Railways packed up and I had to go into the teaching.
And you went into teaching. Yeah. And is it still the same floor that you sat on now?
No,
when you stand there?
No. It's been
they've built and extended the school, I suppose.
No, the school's still the same shell, but the floor is different, new floor.
That's excellent. It's a nice village community life, is it?
Oh, yes, it is.
In Driglington. That's
yes.
lovely. Yeah. And you obviously look both quite contented on it. We hope you have a good night with us tonight. Colin and Ron, off you go, sit down. We'll do the game in a minute. Thank you. From nearer to where we're standing now, here in the heart of Birmingham, from Central Television, Paul Durant and Paul Holmes. Nice to see you, Paul. We've obviously got one or two fans in tonight.
Just one or two.
Just
yeah.
one or two.
Just one or two.
You're not from the Birmingham area. In fact, where are you from, boys?
Dallydale in Matlock.
Matlock. Yeah. It's a beautiful part of the country, isn't it? It's the Peak District, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. Very, very nice. What do you do, young sir?
I work in a bank.
You work in a bank. What sort of thing do you do, Paul?
I'm a securities clerk.
I see. And what does that deal with? That's mortgages and...
Yeah, mortgages. The boss gives the loans and I do the rest.
I see. Loans and things. Have you got a girlfriend?
I have, yeah.
Have you ever got her a loan?
No, she works in the bank as well.
See, they've no sense of humour, bank clerks, have they? What's this about? Where's she from?
She's from Bakewell.
She's from Bakewell? Yeah. Well, we won't talk about... Not bother with that, will we? We'll just carry on with that because she'll never speak to you again, Paul, if you mention that, will she? And Paul Holmes, do you live in Matlock as well, Paul?
Well, Dolydale again.
That's right, yeah, so just outside, that's right. And your job, sir?
Well, I'm in the salary section of the Derbyshire County Council.
What are your hobbies, Paul?
Well, I like to do a bit of jogging and play badminton, you know, quite regularly, yeah.
You play badminton with Paul, or do you use a shuttlecock?
No, beach.
Tell us this lovely story. Tell us about this 21st party you went to.
Well, yeah, we went to my cousin's 21st party the other week.
And you were in there?
Yeah, we were in there, we'd had a couple of pints, laughing and joking.
Eating the food?
Eating the food, the whole lot. We were all right until somebody asked us who was invited. When we said my cousin's name, nobody had heard of her. And we suddenly discovered it was somebody else's wedding do, so... We left all the food and, well, what we hadn't eaten. We'd had a fair amount.
And you've done well. You
got out the back door.
You got somebody else's money's worth.
That's right, it's very good.
Well, it's always better eating somebody else's, isn't it?
It is, lovely.
Have a good night with us anyway, boys. All the best. Off you go, sit down and we'll get on with it again. All right. Let's get on with it now. We've met all our contestants. Let's get on with the game. You know it by now, of course. Questions in the first round are worth £30 each, all right? Well, come on, Audrey, what about it for Bob?
Sport, please, Jim.
We'll try it for you, sweetheart. Sport, we'll do our best for you. And he's lifted it into places, so there's no bonus, but for £30, Audrey, Michelangelo painted the ceilings of the chapel in the Vatican. What is the chapel's name?
Sistine Chapel.
Sistine Chapel, and next door was the 17. Very good. £30 you've got. Good girl. Come on, Ron.
Spelling, please, Jim.
Oh, well, now for a headmaster, you'd better get this right if he gets it, Ron, or you will be in trouble with your youngster. He's not let you down. He's got you £50. For another £30, Ron, to put something off to another day is to adjourn it. Please spell adjourn.
A-D-J-O-U-R-N.
Quite confident. Got you another £30. So, Paul, come on, for Paul, what do you think?
I'll have sport, please, Jim.
We'll try it for you, sir. Come on, Paul. Sport, your partner's looking at. And he's dropped down into showbiz. Never mind, you're all doing it, so it's not too serious at this stage. Here we go, listen to this. If you didn't see the mistake I made in the last series, you might have seen it in It'll Be All Right on the Night. Who presents that programme, Paul? I'm looking for a light.
Dennis Norden.
Dennis Norden gets you £30. Fine. All right. At the end of that round, we've got Bob and Audrey with £30, Colin and Ron with £80, and the two Pauls with £30. Here we go in round two now. Up the questions, £50 apiece they're worth. And look at the subjects to help you. What's lit? You can choose. Audrey?
Sport again, please,
We'll try
Jim.
sport again. Maybe we've relaxed and just settled in a bit now. Sport we're looking at, Bob. That's better, Bob. £50 you've got. For another £50, Audrey, what is the name of the traditional form of Japanese wrestling in which the participants can weigh as much as 25 stone? Something wrestling. There is a light on. I've been blown out by Bully, but Paul's got a light on.
Sumi.
Sumo gives you £50. We carry on. Ron.
Words, please, Jim.
Words we'd like. Words we're looking at, Colin. In you come. Words we want for your partner. £50 you've got. For another £50, Ron, which country's postage stamps carry the word Helvetia?
Switzerland.
Switzerland gets you another £50. We move on. Paul for Paul.
Affairs, please, Jim.
Affairs we'd like. Affairs we're looking at. £50 you've got. For another £50, Paul, when the fugitive Nigerian politician Dr. Diko, spelt D-I-K-K-O, was found in a packing case, which airport was he found at? You remember that last year?
Orly.
It wasn't Orly, and with no light on. You do surprise me there. Ron, well, there's a light on, Ron.
Heathrow.
It wasn't Heathrow. Moved northwest about 40 miles. In fact, it was Stansted. Nothing there. So we've got there, at the end of that second round, Bob and Audrey with £80, Colin and Ron with £180, and the two Pauls back in with a shout, £130. Can all change now. £100 a question we're giving now. What have we got left? We've got potluck, history, books and Britain. All on, Audrey, come on.
Potluck, please, Jim.
Potluck we'd like. Let's see if it's going to smile at you tonight, Audrey. Come on, Bob. Potluck we're looking at. You're back in. £50 you've got. For £100, Audrey, look at your monitors and you'll see a photograph. Which famous pop star did this singer portray in a West End musical? You've been blown out there, and there's a light on. Paul?
Elvis Presley.
Is exactly right. Elvis Presley in the show Elvis. The photograph is that of Shaking Stevens, which I'm sure you knew. All right, come on, Ron, here we go.
Books, please, Jim.
Books we'd like. Books we'd like for £100. There you are, £50 you've got, Ron. For another 100, in which two cities was George Orwell down and out?
Wigan and Paris. Or London and Paris.
Can I have an answer quickly?
Yeah. London and Paris.
Is right for £100. You did it within Bully, you're all right. You're there. Paul, choose a subject for Paul.
Britain, please, Jim.
Britain you shall have, sir. £30 you've got. For another 100, Paul, what was the name of the British nurse who was arrested and executed by the Germans for helping and sheltering Allied soldiers during the First World War? Not an easy one, but it's £100.
Sorry, no idea.
No idea. We can offer it to Ron.
Edith Cavell.
It gets you another £100. Well done. Well done indeed. Which gives us the scores. Bob and Audrey with £130, Colin and Ron £430, and the two Pauls £260. So, high flyers tonight. Bob and Audrey, you've got to leave us, but you're still taking a few quid away. Come on, in you come. Bob and Audrey, in you come. There we are, young Bob. There are your bullseye darts and your hand-embroidered badge. There you are, Audrey. They were going well, weren't they? Bit vicious, that competition, wasn't it, tonight? And there's £100, 10, 20, £30. Take that with our compliments. Good start to the new year for you anyway, isn't it? We may well have a drink to start it off as well. Thank you, Bob.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Audrey. Lovely to have you on the show. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Give them a round. OK, let's move on. Come on, you know it by now. We've got 4 people left in this studio, 2 of whom are going to get through to the prize board. Let's see who it'll be as we play now the game where it's pounds for points. In you come, Colin. Come on, Paul. Come and stand with me. Listen to Uncle Tony starting the new year off right.
OK, Colin, first round, off we go. It's 20. It's a 5. And that's an 18, so that's 43. 43 to beat, Paul. It's a 5. It's a 12. That's another 12, so that's 29. First round to Colin.
All right, Ron. Ron, it's £43 you can have here, sir, if you get this right. Which Australian Prime Minister was drowned whilst out swimming in 1967? Well, you've been belted out of the game. Paul?
Gough Whitlam.
No, it wasn't. It's quite obscure, actually. Harold Holt. Did you know it, Bob? Ron?
Now you mentioned it, yeah.
Yes, we all know it when we mention it. No, never mind, no score. Back to Tony for round 2.
Second round. It's a 5. Another 5. 19, so that's 29. 29 to beat, Paul. That's treble 11, 33. A 20. And a 10, so that's, well, that's double 5, so that's 63 scored.
All right, second round, Paul. Was this really 6 years ago? Listen to this. Louise Brown was born 6 years ago at Oldham in Lancashire. What was special about her? We've blown it out, we can offer it to Ron. £29, Ron. Furrowed brows.
This is the first test tube, baby.
It was. £29 you've got. Excellent. Well done. Well done. Kidses, £459 playing 260, and we're all on for the final round.
It's Colin throwing. It's a 1. That's a 7. That's a 19, so that's 27. Paul, 27 to beat. It's a 5. It's out the board. Another 5, so just 10, so the final round to Colin.
Well, for £27, Ron, we're really making you think here tonight. Listen carefully to this one, Ron. Thant was Secretary-General of the United Nations from 1961 to 1971. Do you remember Thant? What nationality was he, Ron?
Was he Siamese?
He wasn't, and we can offer it to Paul. Is it worth an educated guess, Paul?
Thailand.
It wasn't. You're both bouncing around that area. In fact, he was Burmese. So at the end of that round, we've got £459 playing 260. Very closely fought, but we've got to say cheerio to the two Pauls. Come on, lads, in you come. Now then, lads, look after these tankers because they're very valuable, and your hand-embroidered badges and your darts, and, of course, £260. Have it with our compliments. We've got... Take me a couple of minutes to count this out. See you back on the hockey then.
Don Jose Ignacio Domecq, a man above all others with a nose for fine sherry. Creator of the famous Domecq Double Century, a range of 5 superb sherries to suit every taste. Domecq Double Century, the true taste of sherry.
It's for you.
Me? It's for you. Oh, hello? Oh, hello, son. Happy birthday? It's my birthday.
The phone. It's for you to cheer someone up.
To go the same distance as one set of Duracell, you'd expect to have to replace ordinary zinc-carbon batteries. But how many times? Twice? 3 times. In fact, in this continuous test, Duracell outlasts ordinary batteries over 6 times. Duracell lasts even longer than you thought.
To the Danes, it must appear that those clever clogs, the Swedes, have everything. Probably one of the sturdiest cars in the world. Probably the most successful pop group. And probably the greatest tennis player. Still, the Danes don't seem too upset. I wonder why. Carlsberg, probably the best lager in the world.
Are you still buying a tube ticket every day? There is a cheaper way to get to work. Get a travel card. And stop throwing money down the tube.
Ford Motor Company Limited, Dagenham Body and Assembly Operations. All Ford employees should report for work at their normal shift starting time. That is, body plant, B shift on days, A shift on nights. Assembly plant, A shift days, B shift nights. On Wednesday, 2nd of January, 1985.
Welcome back to part 2 now. Best of order, game on now, because here we've got Cliff Lazarenko. Twice British Open, twice Danish Open. We've got him here tonight, throwing 301 for charity. He was one of the guys who did it, one of the few who's done it in the last 2 or 3 years of Bullseye. We hope he does well tonight. We'll double it if he gets 301 and more with 9. How are you doing, Cliff? Are you ready?
I'm ready whenever you are, Jim.
301 and more for Cliff. Off we go.
Okay, Cliff, 9 darts. Best of luck. Treble 20, 60. 20. And that's a 1, but it's 81. It's a good start from Cliff. 20. A treble 20. And another 20, so that's 100. That's 181. Treble 20. Another 20. Another 20. 100, that's 281. Well done, Scott. Thanks, Jim.
Well, it's still very good, isn't it? I mean, it's such a big difference if you did it, but never mind. It's the best we've had apart from the two lads who've done it so far. Tell us a bit about yourself, travelling the world.
Yes, I've had a great 84, Jim.
Yeah, yeah, I know you've had a marvellous year. And you don't drive, do you?
No, I don't.
Your lovely wife drives you, doesn't she?
Yeah, the boss is in the audience somewhere.
And she's keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, too right.
Yes, I know, because you're a man to be kept an eye on.
Yeah, she's a terrific lady.
She is, yes, I know she is. And what's lined up for you this coming year? Have we got a good 85? Are we going to see a lot of
Well, I'd like to think, like, I had a disastrous 84 in the World Championships. This year, like, if anyone's got a few bob, put it on Cliff Lazarango.
Are you the man to back?
Yes.
I shall be there, sir, with a couple of shillings.
I hope you are, Jim.
I will, honest, I will. You've got 200... Listen, you're big enough, I'll put all my money on, I promise you. Hey, we've got £281. Meet the two lads who've chosen the charity. Come in, lads, and meet young Cliff Lazarenko. There we are. Cliff, well on, well, it's the neck end of £300 he's got for you, and we're delighted about that, because it's not easy to get. We know that, Cliff, don't we? It's not easy. You've got that. Where's it going, Ron, the money?
Well, we have a local organisation, the village, who send 5 coachloads of old people over 70 to the seaside every year.
And that's where.
And this will go towards that.
That will give them an extra bonus this next year, next summer, when they go on the trip to the seaside. Yeah. Courtesy of Cliff Lazarenko. Thank you, Cliff.
Cliff.
Always
Cheers,
nice to have you on the programme.
Cheers.
Come again and see us soon.
Sure.
Big-hearted. Yeah, good lad indeed. Thought he was there, didn't you? I thought when he got that treble, I thought we're all behind there rooting for him, and there's no fiddle about it, you know, isn't it? The standards fall by those 9 darts. Come and have a look at this board. He went out just before Christmas and shopped in, and he got some marvellous prizes. In the red segments they are. Just listen very carefully to this list.
In 1.
Ring in the new year with this grandmother clock.
In 2.
Put some fizz into that New Year party with these 12 bottles of champagne.
In 3.
No more tantrums when the telephone's tangled. This one's completely cordless.
In 4.
For the youngster who's going places, a BMX bike.
In 5.
That summer tan will last all winter with this sunbed.
In 6.
Be a really happy wanderer with this set of luggage.
In 7.
This could be a prize you'll click with. It's a disc camera.
In 8.
You'll be singing in the rain if you win this wash and dry laundry centre.
And Bully's special prize.
Make 1985 a year to remember with this combined video camera and recorder. There you are. All right, 9 great prizes. We're starting the new year off very well, aren't we? You've 9 chances to win them. 6 for you, Colin, and 3 for you, Ron. Little point. Keep out of the black and in the red. Nothing in this game for 2 in the bed. So once you've hit the red, we wouldn't like to see you lose it. Off you go. Tony will look after you. Listen to him very carefully.
Nice and steady, Colin. Off we go. That's black. Black again. But that's red. It's number 2.
That's fine. That's the 12 bottles of champagne. That really is a lovely prize.
Okay, Ron. 3 darts to go. It's black. Black again. And black again. Very unfortunate.
Come on, Ron.
1 down, 3 to go, Colin. That's red. It's number 5.
That's fine. That's the sunbed.
Black. But that's red. It's number 4.
That's fine. That's the BMX bikes and the accessories. So let's have a look at what you've won. You've won the 12 bottles of champagne, the BMX bike and the accessories, and the sunbed. It's thinking time, lads. Come on. In you go. That's super. All right, boys. Think carefully about what you've won. The winnings are there, £459. You take that money home with our compliments, and the £281 that Cliff got, that will go up to your little fund for the old people to the seaside. Consider a gamble. The prizes you are now in possession of against tonight's star prize, which is hiding behind Bully. You've got the time it takes the board to revolve to tell us what you'd like to do. Now then, talk about it. 101 or more with 6. 3 for Colin, 3 for Ron. What would you do, audience? Come on, help them now. Give them well, now. What do you think? The board's round. Tell us what you'd like to do.
We'll have a go.
You're going to gamble. Non-dart player first. Come on, Colin, you come with me. Ron, up to the ocket.
Star prize time, and it's Ron throwing. It's 19. That's treble 19, 57. And that's the 3, that's 79.
Take your time, take your time. Take your time.
Colin, 22 or more. 17. 5. That's it!
Look at this! Now look at this! Look at what you've won. Have a look at it. Look very carefully. Now listen very carefully. You haven't won dustbin lids. I'll tell you what you've won. Look very carefully at that monitor over there. Just look at that. We're going to send it to that tropical island of Barbados. 14 sun-soaked days, starlit nights, endless golden beaches and Caribbean food. The holiday of a lifetime. All that on 6 stars. What about it? You enjoy that? 14 days in the Caribbean, that's super. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching Bullseye. Thanks for Cliff Lazarenko, Tony Green. Thanks to our lovely Caribbean band. What a start to the new year. We're going to have a ball tonight. Hope you do. Come on, let's have you down, have a dance. Happy New Year!
Tonight at 7:15, the epic Last Days of Pompeii, the playground of nobles. A place of decadence and evil corruption, but where a new spirit of faith was growing.
Is the Christian God my God? Take this man away.
A terrified city that was doomed to destruction.
He will punish you, and all who follow him in wickedness.
The devastating Last Days of Pompeii starts tonight at 7:15, concluding tomorrow at 8:45 on ITV.
It's happening at Texas New Year's Day. Over £2 million of quality paint and quality wall coverings heavily reduced. Miles of tiles up to 40% off. Huge savings on bathrooms, bedrooms and kitchens. Thousands of DIY bargains. See you at the Great Texas Sale New Year's Day. It's magic.
With prices as attractive as the scenery, you can see what people are coming to when they say, Scotland's for me. We can't show you the full story here, so we've put over 300 holiday ideas in here. Ring now for your free brochure.
This is Allied's greatest ever sale.
And you've never seen anything like it.
We've torn up our usual prices, so you can save throughout the store on hundreds of top-quality carpets.
From $2.99 to £20 a square yard.
Including many amazing Antron Plus Easy Care family-proof carpets.
Save on famous names at unbeatable sale prices.
With free fitting on all carpets, $6.75 and over.
Save on curtains, too, with up to 50% off thousands of ready-mades. Our finest ever range of velvets from only $14.50 a pair. And free making on hundreds of made-to-measures.
It all adds up to Allied's greatest ever sale.
Now on and open New Year's Day.
I wonder if these boys are ready for a pint of Tennent's Pilsner lager, shall we? It's got a different, satisfying taste. A few steps up the evolutionary tree of lagers, you might say. hello. Civilization dawns. Tennent's Pilsner Lager. It's the taste that's making history.
When Richard Henschel and his partners set up Payfec in Nottingham to write computer software for engineers, we helped program the company's growth. Last summer alone, 50 graduates were taken on, and Richard and his colleagues have plans to employ even more. We loaned Bert Bridgman money for vital factory space, helping create 60 new openings at his Bedfordshire fire door manufacturing firm. While in Wales, we've worked with the Thomas family on a recipe for success. With our financial help, their business, Peter's Savoury Products, has doubled its workforce to 700 in just 2 years. In fact, over the last year, by putting money to work, we have actively helped create thousands of new jobs. NatWest, the Action Bank.
Sail on now at the brand new MFI Superstore Slough with systematic kitchens and hygiene bedrooms under £90, thousands of bargains under £15, and three-piece suites from under £90. And for the first time ever, new hygienic kitchens at MFI sale prices. Farnham Road, Slough.
Starting on Friday, January the 11th, Dempsey and Makepeace, a new team of crime fighters for the new year. Dempsey and Makepeace. Back to this weekend, and at 6:40, Harry Seacombe is in Edinburgh for Highway. There he meets up with Kenneth McKellar. That's at 6:40. Right now, we go over to the studios of ITN for the latest national and international news with John Suchet.
Zola Budd, the South African-born runner, has won her first international race since colliding with the American Mary Decker in the Los Angeles Olympics. Zola, who took British citizenship so she could compete in the Games, won an 8-kilometre road race in Zurich this afternoon.